both 3D and 2D. I don't have all of the models that he made, unfortunately, because for some reason my fucking laptop shit itself in my downloads, so I don't have like the original model that he made for me. Give me one sec. I mean, sure. I might head out as well. Got work in the morning. Night. Nice meeting you as well. Thank you for stopping by and being part of the chaos. Wait, can I? Of course I know who you are. I've seen that username before. Is it? Can I go here? Damn it. Okay. But okay, I guess it's just in my fucking downloads now. I was trying. Wait, hold on. Let me actually like not save this. No, I do not want to update Firefox. I actually don't use Firefox anymore. I actually factually do not use Firefox anymore. Because Firefox was literally the one that I would use like every single day. Okay, I'll just have to go from like my browser or whatever. Let me move my model over. I forgot to move it back. Now where is, there it is. I'm just gonna let the sound play. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the actual fuck is with you guys? Lord. Let me, what was I going to play? Right, I was gonna do Arena Ultimax since it's been a hot minute since I've actually like played. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we, oh my god, hello. Thank you for fixing yourself, but Jesus Christ, hold on. I need to open it. Where, how far? Oh, it's the first one. There we are.
This program is brought to you care of the following sponsors.
10 out of 10 energy, let's go. Okay, I can close. I'll just minimize this for now. That game, Persona 4, Arena Ultimax. One thing that I'm sure of is that you gotta fit in to survive this madness, oh boy. Oh my boy. I've been some any good songs are present. Another sour tone. Way it is never fun. And I've been there, done that same predicament. But it's time you give up, Maverick. Break out of the... Break out of the jail. Deep down inside you, there lies love in your heart. No need to fear, it's time you burn that dread. I keep forgetting that Arena and Arena Ultimax take place like a few years after Persona 3, so they're older. Huh. The only ones that really show it are fucking Yukari, Junpei, and Akihiko. Mitsuru, not so much. And I don't mean that in a rude way, like, she legitimately doesn't look like she's changed. Right. Hold on. It's more so I'm going back just so I can get used to the controls again. I literally haven't touched this game in a minute. Because I don't remember the controls because there's so many fucking controls.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now, why don't you introduce yourself?
And action! Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego, your persona. What a pain. I wish you good luck.
Because most characters are actually harder to use. Okay, it's tab. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh god. That's not the one I'm looking for. I need the button settings. L. I don't want to press that one by accident. That is so easy to fucking do. Not even funny. Oh, it's tab. Literally, escape doesn't do anything. Escape actually factually doesn't do anything in this game. Except for like getting out of like some things. But let's try.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego, your persona.
Here we go.
Very well.
Because there's two different. Let me not finish that sentence. Anyways. What is the command list? Oh, yeah. So literally the same for everybody. With me or without. Oh lord. Butter. It's funny because I literally have it in Japanese, but it's also in English, so. Give me one sec. Oh. I wonder if the others can do that. Because now I'm curious.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I'm actually really curious.
This place exists between.
Picture in your head your own appearance. Very well.
I'm actually super curious about this. Oh, my eye. Go to the main menu. Because I might have every characters, I believe, so. Dun 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 dun. I think all that's left, because I do not remember where the fuck I left off. That's where we left off, back in July. Oops. Wait, that's kind of funny. Yosuke and I just finished on the same day, a year apart. Y'all, what the fuck? Y'all. Hold on, I'm taking a screenshot of this. Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this. That's so funny. I didn't notice. We're on scene 2, bro. I have to go through this.
Where am I?
Never mind. Because part of me wanted to just turn the auto on and not actually have to deal with the fighting, but that's fine.
Is this inside the TV?
I remember being enveloped in a white light, but what came afterwards is unclear. Is this the world inside of the TV? Oddly enough, the sight before me seems to be the main gate of a school. The name engraved on the entrance plate is...
Yasagami High School. I do recall that name from our map of Inaba. An existing high school has been completely recreated inside the TV?
I then came to a realization. I've encountered something much like this before. It doesn't appear to be much different from reality as far as appearances, but it has the same distinctive sticky atmosphere. Yes! The Labyrinth Tartarus, our battleground 3 years ago. It bears a lot of similarity to this place.
Where are the others? Akihiko! I guess.
You're in Texas! Oh my god. And then you're in Baton Rouge. I am so excited for my orders. Oh my god. Being separated won't do anything to further our mission. Oh my god. Oh, my eye hurts now. Perhaps I can use my communication power to get in touch with them.
I can't reach them through my persona either. This place is highly unusual.
It's barely functioning, but the noise here is severe. I'll need to understand this world a little better and find a quiet place to concentrate. As I check my surroundings again for enemies, I hear the sound of footsteps. I tense, getting myself ready. But when I turn around... what the fuck? Was that an eyelash? But, but when I turn around, a uniformed girl stops looking at me in bewilderment. Oh, hello, Yukiko. I didn't expect to meet someone else here, let alone a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl. Could her age and outfit belie a connection to the theft of Labrys? But once the girl's surprise faded, she still seemed confused by my appearance. It seems that even here in another dimension, people are startled by my attire. At least her reaction allayed my suspicions. People reveal something of themselves when they're caught off guard. Anyone in the act of committing a crime couldn't fake being perplexed so
Did I
naturally.
surprise you? I suppose my outfit is somewhat unusual.
Oh, no.
Why are you here?
Well,
A loud cheer suddenly swells, cutting off our conversation. Judging by the sound, I'd guess there's a crowd present here. A look around the area in confusion.
Where is that coming from?
Students appear one after another, clearly intrigued to see us here.
What's going on?
Before I can react, an image appears on the monitor buried beneath the bizarre decorations.
Hello! Hello! This is General Teddy, your benevolent dictator!
And I, Rosette, am your commentator. It's time for the next round in the P1 Grand Prix. Are you ready to fight?
P1 Grand Prix. Fight.
Suddenly, on the one in the ridiculous costume's cue, smoke pours out around us. A spotlight shines from somewhere directly above upon me. I had that minimized for a reason. I'm not a subscriber though. I mean, I am, but like I'm not. Okay.
Ugh.
I instinctively raise my arm to shield my eyes from the harsh light. It feels like I'm being displayed for an audience.
And who do we have for Yuki-chan's opponent this time? Ooh, it's a mysterious, beautiful lady!
Oh
How
lord.
unexpected! Unexpected!
Teddy? What's wrong?
Do you know that bear?
The monitor showing the costume General Teddy suddenly fuzzes over with static. The static gets worse and worse, until an eerie expressionless bear costume, one that looks as though it forgot how to make facial expressions, appears on screen. The voice is the same as before, but his tone is harsh and mechanical now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
Alright, Eski, thank you for stopping by. You've been here for 3 hours, Jesus. I didn't realize it's been 3 hours already. You better go to sleep. Get good rest, okay? Or else I'll tuck you into bed myself.
What is that supposed to mean? Ugh. What's going on?
As soon as the abnormality registers, I feel a bizarre noise, like something scratching against my whole body. Was that some kind of attack? But yeah, go get good rest, Eski. Thank you for sticking around. I cannot talk today. It didn't seem to have any effect on me, but the girl standing beside me underwent quite a change.
You. Who do you think you are, showing up alone like this?
Oh wait, I realize I have my... Bruh, not her showing up on freaking socials. Wait, what is the name of the redeem? I forgot what it's called. Because I can't see all of them right now. But I figure since it is the... You know, since we are in Persona times. Oh my god, I haven't used this model in a minute, Jesus. I have not used this model in a minute. But yeah, I figured it's appropriate to use this one, so.
It's no use trying to talk your way out of it. There's nothing to discuss. You don't even try to understand anyone anyway. If you want to wall yourself off from everyone, I'll be happy to end your lonely life here.
The girl's face distorts with hatred as she spits her words at me. It's a far cry from her earlier demeanor. It's as if she's a completely different person. And that's not all. Understandably, she seemed to not know me before, but now she speaks as if she does. What is this? Could it be the effect of the noise I sensed?
Smug for long. Come, Konohana Sakuya.
A persona?
The girl spreads the fan in her hand, and with a flash of light, a persona manifests. How careless of me. I should have accounted for this possibility as soon as I saw her here in this world.
We won't be settling this peacefully, I see. In which case...
I ready my evoker and
To
concentrate.
me, Artemisia.
Power rises from within me, and the sensation in my limbs tells me that my persona has emerged. But my hand holding the evoker is still at my side. My persona, did it just appear without the use of my evoker to trigger it? Did I summon it only by thinking? Theoretically, one doesn't need an evoker to summon one's persona. I didn't have one the day my persona first manifested, and I've done without one several other times as well. But never before have I summoned it so easily and without any special concentration. It's as if my consciousness is reaching far beyond the boundaries of my body. By the way of analogy, it feels like being able to control the wind with my fingertips. Could it be because this world is special? The girl's voice brings me back to the situation at hand. Which reminds me, the girl doesn't seem to use any special implements to summon either.
Persona user. Fine. I still won't lose.
Sorry, but I won't be defeated either.
The fact that it's almost been a year since I've done this. Oh, please don't. Okay. I left this with auto mode off. I'm about to be fighting Yukiko. Ah! Oh god. That was a lot easier than I thought, but it's also me button mashing. Once the battle ends, the monitor nearby switches on.
An irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
He obviously refers to myself and the others. Does he mean that he's going to adjust his tactics for dealing with us due to how much of a threat we are? The way he said that seems like a bad omen.
Valid targets.
I understand that we're considered to be intruders, but what did he mean by that? It seems we're part of the tournament now, but what was the enemy's original plan? The monitor screen fuzzes again. Once more, it shows the costume person as he originally appeared.
Jeez, you need to let me know if you want to get in on the fun! But this is a unique situation, and you're one hot mama, so I'll make an exception!
Screaming.
Just keep putting on a good show in your next bout, too!
Who are you? Why don't you take off that strange costume and show your face?
Hey now, I don't think a lady walking around in a cat suit like yours can talk to me about my bear suit! Enough with the questions! Move on!
Again? Yet another person hung up on my outfit? It's unlike me to let the enemy's words get under my skin. The monitor switches off with those cheeky
Is
words.
that costume thing the one who stole Labris? If so, then what's the purpose of this bizarre tournament? Fine. I'll get a read on your location.
I quickly link my communicator and persona. Some personas are more suited to operational support than direct combat. In my case, though, that power is secondary. We normally have a persona user who specializes in that role, but with some specialized equipment, I can get by. I focus my consciousness and send it drifting through the surrounding area. The enemy must think he's keeping an eye on us, but he'll soon learn enough that he's not the only one with a bird's eye view of the situation. Before the layout of this place becomes clear, an unexpected change occurs around me. The moment I use my power, noise runs through the students that had been spectating. In an instant, they turn into something like silhouettes that barely have human shapes. It seems their true colors have been exposed. Are they not human?
What? Were they shadows? If they were, I don't sense any hostility from them. Were they just set dressing that thing in the costume prepared?
The cheering crowd would lead one to believe that there is a large number of people inside the TV, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Which leaves it a mystery. It may be best to consider it a
In
blessing.
any case, it appears that apart from this girl here, none of those students were real.
The girl who had collapsed on the floor is coming around. I release my persona and rush over to help her up. I wasn't fighting to my fullest, though she shouldn't be suffering from any real wounds. There are many mysteries surrounding this girl. She seems to be more than just an associate of one in the bear costume. The moment the girl sees me, she jumps back like a startled animal. Her speech is flustered, her face is a bright blushing red, there are tears in her eyes.
How come you knew about that?
About what?
That was private. I never even told anyone at the inn about that. I can't believe someone I've never even met before knew.
The girl covers her reddened face in shame. I try and think back to what I said to her. Did I point out anything that would cause such a reaction? One detail jumps out at me. When the girl's manner of speech shifted before our battle, it wasn't just her personality that abruptly changed. Though we had just met, she talked as if she knew more than she should about my
That
past.
reminds me. That noise I sensed earlier is gone.
Yet the girl before me now no longer bears any of the senseless animosity from before.
It seems to have been some kind of interference from the enemy. Come to think of it, that bear was egging us on. The interference must have been to ensure two total strangers would fight. General Teddy, was it? He looked comical enough, but he certainly put an elaborate scheme in motion.
Okay.
No! How could Teddy...
She seems to have finally calmed down and continues muttering with a perplexed
You know
expression.
the one in costume, I take it?
Oh, I know him very well. He's usually not like this at all.
I take the girl's hand and again help her to her
I'm
feet.
Mitsuru Kirijo. I've come here in search of a unique object. Why don't we start over? If you don't mind, I'd like to hear a little about yourself.
Yes. Oh, my name's Yukiko Amagi. I'm sorry for losing my composure just now.
So, Amagi, why did you come to this world?
Where to start? So many strange things happened over the last year.
At first glance, she looks like an ordinary student, so why is she here inside the TV? Amagi briefly summarizes her recent past to me in an even tone of voice. According to her, this world was prominent in a serial murder case last year. She and her friends awakened to their personas while investigating the case and eventually solved it. This world is formed by people's thoughts, and at the case's conclusion, it returned to its original state. None of this contradicts what I learned from Detective Kurosawa.
A realm inside a TV, formed by people's thoughts. It sounds absurd, but that would explain the incongruity I sensed when I used my persona.
We thought the case had been solved, but lately there's been another strange program on the air. My friends and I couldn't ignore that, so we came back here.
Your friends? Are there others here besides yourself?
Yes, I was with 3 other people, but we got separated when we entered. The one in costume and the girl who called herself Rosette are friends of ours too. But they're acting so strangely.
So this is not the way they generally behave, then?
I can tell from Amagi's reaction that normally she trusts those two implicitly. Considering what the enemy did to her earlier, could they be under its control as well? Either way, it sheds no light on the theft of Labrys. How are they related? Excuse me. Or is this incident only a coincidence?
There's one more thing I'm curious about. Have you ever heard the name Labrys?
Labrys? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What is it?
It's the thing I'm searching for. What makes it problematic is that I know nothing of its appearance. Honestly, I'm not sure it has anything to do with this disturbance. though I can't write it off completely as irrelevant.
Though it appears that there is no connection, whoever went so far as to hijack a plane to steal Labrys brought her all the way here. No matter how I look at it, that means something.
Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. I understand the situation better now.
Oops.
Whoa, think again, ladies!
We should stay together going forward. Oh. General Teddy suddenly appears on the screen to interrupt our conversation.
Only the winner of each bout can go on. That's rule number 1 in the Grand Prix.
How exactly can that rule be enforced? As if to answer my unspoken question, Amagi makes an odd gesture.
There's nothing here, but I can feel something. A wall, maybe? Wait, but Mitsuru-san could...
Amagi looks at me expectantly. I take a tentative step and walk through the place where she claims there is a wall.
Like I said, you're stuck there until the tournament's over. Only winners get to go. Come on, miss. You won. So it's time to bear roll forward to the next stage.
God, I forgot how many bear puns he does. I must leave the girl alone in this strange world then. Though I'm uneasy about doing so, Amagi seems to read my thoughts and smiles.
Thank you, but I'll be all right. I fought shadows for an entire year too. I can protect myself.
I see. In that case, I'll press on and do my best to rescue your friends.
If you see them, please tell them I'm all right and they shouldn't worry about me. You be careful too, Mitsuru-san.
Amagi smiles resolutely. She's a very strong
All right,
girl.
I'll pass that along.
I nod, acknowledging her wishes, and turn my back to walk away.
Not only do they tamper with our minds, they prevent us from leaving until the tournament is settled. It may not necessarily ruin friendships, but there's no way forward than to fight one another. What a loathsome trick. It seems the mastermind is intent on us fighting each other.
I grit my teeth in anger. Amagi's clear eyes remain in my heart. This operation, it's no longer just to retrieve Labrys. I make a silent bow as I go. Everyone who has been dragged into this must be rescued. Bookmark? Nope.
Another dead end.
As I step into the school, I realize that these invisible walls are everywhere, blocking off routes that seem open to the naked eye. Why is the thief who stole Labrys gathering Persona users in this world? Not having a clear idea of their movements is compounding my anxiety. I guess and Akihiko may have been dragged into this Grand Prix as well. If so, we need to compare notes. If all goes well, we may figure out the location of the mastermind behind this that I failed to grasp earlier. After quickly confirming that there are no shadows nearby, I link my communicator with my persona. I force my consciousness and send it drifting throughout the surrounding area.
So lonely.
What was that?
The presence is faint and I can't tell where it is, yet I can definitely hear a voice. It seems I could sense it because of my secondary support capabilities, but when I focus harder, it doesn't seem that they're trying to communicate with me. It's more like the words and the intense emotions behind them are seeping out of the room itself, perhaps even from all around me. Eventually, the voice becomes clearer.
I'm scared. I'm alone. It hurts. Why? Why won't anyone listen?
I don't recognize the voice. Perhaps one of Amagi's friends.
didn't ask to be born a machine. How come no one understands? What's the difference between normal people's hearts and mine?
A machine? Is that Labrys?
I stand up and try calling to her,
Labrys! Are you nearby? Answer me!
but there is no answer. It seems that it's not because the voice's owner is nearby that I can hear her. It is subtly different from hearing voices with one's own ears, it's true. I focus my senses once again, but I still can't tell exactly where it's coming from. Not having a thorough command of the layout here makes it harder to pinpoint. Eventually, the voice fades, only silence remains.
Going by what she said, that had to have been Labrys. Sounds as if her heart has developed further than we thought.
Even Igus, the latest model, required a lot of time and experience to develop the heart she has. So then why does Labrys, who's been sealed from her development up till now, have such an advanced
I
heart?
didn't ask to be born a machine. It pains me to hear that.
The anti-shadow suppression weapons. Both Igus and Labrys were created as insurance for dangerous shadow experimentations in case the subject should go berserk. The only thing that can stand up against a shadow is a persona, and being able to control one is an absolute necessity when dealing with shadows. Thus, they were given hearts in order to induce their ability to use personas. But a weapon that has a heart contradicts itself. It was natural for Igus to face that contradiction, and it caused her serious anguish in the past.
We can't allow victims like her to be tormented by sins of the past, whether they're human or not.
Newly resolved, I press on. I continue through the school, still unable to contact Igus or Akihiko. The invisible walls seem to be leading me toward the gym. Compared to the one back at Gekkokan High, this one is rather modest, but the chairs stacked to the unusual heights and the monitors everywhere give it an eerie air. The monitor is switching on again. But this time it's not General Teddy. How strange. This appears to be a commercial for a fighting
What
event. A succession of young men and women are introduced as participants. One of them I recognize as
They're
Amagi.
wearing the same uniforms as Amagi. I assume these are the friends she spoke of.
All of them are introduced with horrible epithets, but the Amagi I met in person was a completely different, sophisticated girl. I suppose the enemy made up all the taglines. Just as Amagi's introduction ends, the video suddenly turns off and General Teddy's face appears on screen.
I had to completely rejigger the bracket to accommodate 3 new contestants. Sheesh.
3 new contestants. Myself, Akihiko, and Igus?
On the other paw, a tournament's more exciting with more people in it. But getting back on track, allow me to introduce your next opponent.
Ooh, my body hurts. But when I enter, someone who had already been there turns around. His face, it was on the video a moment ago.
There's people besides us here?
You're...
Holy crap, she's smoking hot. The thing she's wearing doesn't hurt either.
You were in that video just now. What was it they called you? Captain Ressentiment?
How come you remember that stupid title and not my real name? Figures I need a knockout like this, and she already knows about that. God, I wish I was dead.
Apparently, the epithets from the video hit a sore point with the people featured. The nickname left more of an impression than his real name, so it just slipped out. At that moment, General Teddy appears again on one of the larger monitors inside the gym.
How do you like your opponent?
Why are you making us fight? What benefit do you derive from this nonsense?
So many questions. I just want you all to suffer. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun?
That's what this is about? No. If Labrys is involved, there's more to it, isn't there?
Enough jibba jabba. Hurry and start the look at your opponent. He's ready, see?
As the general smirks, a wave of discomfort washes over me. It's the same as that time with the Magi. As I glare at the monitor, thinking that more interference is at work here, I hear unexpectedly bitter words.
Teddy's right. I mean, you're the one who barged in here. Man, who'd come to such a dangerous place without hesitating? You really are an ice queen. I bet you don't have many friends, huh?
It's happening again. The moment that noise kicks in, not only does my opponent's personality change, they begin speaking of things they shouldn't know about. It's exactly like what happened with the
You talk
Magi.
as if you know me.
Stop acting so calm and changing the subject. You seem like you don't know much about this world, so how do you plan to get out? Don't tell me you rushed in here with no escape plan. Oh man, seriously? You're nuts. People like you who obsess over responsibility and put all the burden on yourselves, you annoy the hell out of me.
It doesn't matter how others perceive me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't that because you don't trust anyone?
We clearly can't have a normal conversation with the enemy's interference, but even knowing that, I catch myself trying to argue with the point. The heavy responsibility I suffer is mine alone. If I share it with someone, that means that suffering will also be shared. That is why I try to be self-sufficient. The more I care about someone, the less I'm willing to rely on them. But isn't that no better than not believing in them? I've been caught in that trap before. Maybe I still haven't truly escaped it. But how could he guess at my private distress when I've barely confined to others before?
Supposedly an unexpected intruder. What's going on?
What are you mumbling about? Well, let me ease your mind. I'll end everything for you. Let's do this, Jiraiya!
Go, Yosuke-senpai! Beat up that shady lady! Let the fight begin!
I can see there'll be no talking sense with him like this. There's nothing for it then. Artemisia!
Yes, please.
Round final. Fight!
Aw, you're Yosuke-senpai. Unfortunately, the party crasher wins.
The girl in the PA system is rather casual with her insults. Soon after, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
You're so strong, miss. I can barely believe how gorgeous and powerful you are.
It seems they're not provoking us only to have us fight one another. And their method. Is it more like an illusion they're casting over us, rather than some sort of mind control?
Still trying to figure everything out? Switch your brain off and enjoy the Grand Prix already.
Sorry, but I'm not some savage who enjoys the suffering of others. And don't call me Miss. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Kirijo?
You've toyed with us, and I don't take that lightly. I'll make you pay for what you've done. You better be prepared for that.
Kirijo.
The moment he hears my voice, the face on the bear costume distorts into a mask of hate.
You're the one who should be prepared. I'll never let you stop me.
The broadcast ends after he flings those words
I
at me.
mentioned my name on purpose. He reacted as strongly to the name Kirijo as I thought he would.
I still don't know anything for certain, but I'm increasingly sure that General Teddy is related to the circumstances surrounding
At
Labris.
first, I thought I'd stumbled into an irrelevant side incident, but evidently not. We were meant to come here.
Just then, the young man behind me slowly gets to his feet.
Ow!
Ah, you're awake.
It seems now that the battle is settled, the interference causing us both to seem odd vanished. Hanamura cringes away, frightened. I can't help but shrug.
My. Amagi reacted the same way. Were the things that the illusory me said that harsh?
Oh, you bet. Wait, what? Illusory? And did you just say Amagi? You meant Yukiko?
Yes, before I came here. I was forced to fight her, quite against my will.
I explain the situation to him. I also add that she shared information with me on last year's case. That should help prove that I did encounter Amagi. Just on the off chance, I ask God, I cannot talk tonight. I ask Hanamura about Labris, but he seems to not even know the name. Once we finish speaking, he stands up and places his hand in the air as if touching something.
Only the winner can move on, huh? I'm the only one who can feel this invisible wall thing, so I guess it's true.
I'm glad you understand. I was worried you'd doubt me since I'm a complete stranger.
Well, you didn't seem like someone who'd try and trick me. I mean, what's the point? I've lost now, so I can't go anywhere.
Indeed. You're very pragmatic.
The young man waves at my compliment.
Nah, after what I went through last year, I just got used to coming smack up against insane stuff in this world. And Yukiko, my friend you met, she believed in you. So I don't mind trusting you too.
I see.
I can't help myself from smiling. Their bond seems to be real. I do somewhat envy the way they trust each other without a doubt. That could never have happened unless they had overcome the same trials
I'd like
together.
your opinion on something. What do you think is the objective of this tournament? That General Teddy said it was all in fun, but I doubt it's anything so simple.
I've been wondering the same thing, but I don't know. But you know, it might not just be Teddy behind it. I met this weird girl earlier.
A weird girl.
She was about my age, and she said she was the student council president. It was like she had no idea that she was inside the TV world. That doesn't seem very likely, does it?
Oh my god, oh, Jesus Christ, the amount of updates I'm getting. Oh, I'm so excited. Wait, which one is that one? Oh wait, no, it's package 2, duh. Yeah, that's what I figured. So that one is going to be here in 5 days. And then the other one, literally a massive ass package. Oh lord.
No, I doubt one could be unaware of such things. It's possible that she didn't come here of her own will.
This may be a school now, but it doesn't always look like this. When normal people who don't have personas come in here, the world changes to reflect what they're thinking of. It happened every time a victim was dumped into a TV last year. Maybe this time she's the victim. Even if she means well, she still could have a lot to do with the tournament.
Girl, huh?
Judging from the state of affairs, I'm beginning to think that the girl in question is Labris. Since Hanamura didn't know the details of my mission, it wouldn't occur to him that what I'm searching for is a humanoid weapon with a heart.
What did this girl look like? Did anything about her stand out?
Huh? No, not really. She wore the same uniform as the rest of us.
A uniform?
Considering how Igus looks, it's possible that Labris's appearance is quite close to human. But what does it mean that she's completely able to pass as a human? Or, yeah, but what does it mean? Even Igus has to wear clothes that cover her entire body in order for her to walk around town. Yet Labris even wears the same uniform as them? Chalk it up to another unsolved mystery, I suppose. But after talking with Hanamura, it does feel like I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here.
I see. Thank you. I'm getting a clearer picture of what's going on. I'm sorry, but I can't stay and chat. I should be leaving now.
Oh, wait a sec. Can I ask you a favor? Can you look after my other friends too? It sucks, but I can't get to them from here. That Teddy's really not a bad guy either. Sure, he eats my ice cream without asking and stuff, but he's not the type of guy who'd get off on watching people hurt each other. There's gotta be some other explanation.
Don't worry. I was already thinking along similar lines. What we saw was an illusion. It may be that they're faced with the same situation. I'll save everyone who's been dragged into this, including your friends, and this student council president.
Thanks. Just hurry before someone else dies in here.
Hanamura's expression, which had previously been bright, albeit desperate, darkens noticeably. From all I've heard, last year's Shadow incident revolved around serial murders. It may be that he lost someone as well. To fight so desperately but lack the power to make a difference, being forcibly parted from loved ones. I understand that pain all too well. Hey Spika, welcome back!
Fighting and making a lot of demands.
Not so. Your concern for your friends in a situation like this. C'est magnifique.
I got further into Mitsuru's story. As you can see, I got further than I was almost a year ago.
What?
I sensed it when speaking to Amagi too, but you all seem to have very strong wills. I promise to do what I can to help.
The emotions he seems to view as a weakness are actually a strength. I'm sure that with a little more experience, he'll come to realize that too. He'll see how difficult it is to hold on to that will, and how valuable it is to have friends he can share it with. Since I am the one who will be moving on, I'm responsible for the duties he entrusted to me. As if sensing my determination, Hanamura's expression turns serious, and he nods. Yay. Also, Spika, you probably saw it in the Discord, but like I literally did Igus's and Yosuke's a year from each other. almost exactly at the same time. Oh, you know, I am determined to finish it. I am determined. Because we still have 3 more stories after this. Listen. After parting with Hanamura, I once again proceed through the school. The invisible walls continue to bar my path. Undoubtedly, the enemy is leading me exactly where he wants me.
Is there no end to this?
The rules of the P1 Grand Prix are powerfully enforced. I try to see if I could destroy one of these walls, but it doesn't seem as though I can. Maybe if I used all my strength, but even if I do, I'll be locked into a fight if I happen to run into anyone. Either way, it didn't seem worth the trouble. I stray from the suggested route on purpose and open one of the classroom doors. I sense no enemies, and it doesn't look likely that I'll run into my next opponent here either. It should be safe. Once again, I'll link my communicator with my persona. I mean... This time, unlike before, my senses cleanly and smoothly spread outward. I sense two familiar signals.
Akihiko and Aigis. They both seem to be okay.
First, I focus my senses to contact Aigis, who's closer
Can you
by.
hear me, Aigis?
Mitsuru-san, I am relieved to finally hear from you. Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I've confirmed his safety. I'm sure he won't be defeated that easily.
Aigis laughs upon hearing my words. Because, we have Akihiko's story. We've done Aigis's. We have Akihiko and Labrys, and then there's one more story that we have to do, and I think it's Elizabeth.
Let's exchange information while we can.
I give her a simple outline of the current situation. I mention the students that were drawn here, my suspicions that this Grand Prix mastermind is almost certainly related to Labrys. I'm also trying to remove the fact that I do know the story. You know, I do know the whole story of Arena Ultimax. Hold on. I haven't gotten P4A yet because I'm scared I'm gonna get it and then never commit to playing. That's fair. I will say, I did start playing it, but it's that situation of I think I'm going to treat it like I did Persona 5 Strikers and Persona 4 Golden, where I'm gonna have my own playthrough of it, and then I'll just New Game Plus it. And what I've heard of a girl who I'm assuming to be Labrys.
I saw that girl a moment ago, though I lost sight of her when the invisible walls blocked my path.
I've been told she looks more human than you. Is that possible?
I've done that with like 10 games in the past couple years. I loved the game, but I never even finished it.
Not only that, she was almost indistinguishable from a normal person. I couldn't believe it either. Yet I definitely sensed a personality module. I don't believe there's any mistake that she is Labrys.
I see.
There's no doubt that General Teddy has strong ties to Labrys and the Kiridro group. But this girl whom we believe to be Labrys is apparently walking around unconstrained. If he can set up this many walls, it should be easy for him to capture her too.
Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labrys ties into this situation yet, but be careful.
Here we go.
Hello? I lost her.
Aigis' voice trails off as my connection to her dies out again. I wonder if the enemy noticed our conversation and took preemptive measures. Though the voice I'm hearing now definitely isn't General Teddy's.
Some other way. If there was, then...
That's the same voice from before. Labrys, is that you?
It's happening again. The voice reaches me through my persona ability, but I have the strangest sensation about it. Bree, hey! How are you? I get the impression that the voice is seeping out of this place itself.
Why are you laughing? What about this is funny?
Who is she addressing?
I don't want to fight him anymore.
I've practically been living on Twitch for today, caught so many
That
streams.
reminds
That's
me.
fair.
Hanamura
I
said that the
finally am getting my
environment
days
here
off.
formed by the thoughts of those who enter this world. Could these be Labrys's innermost thoughts? Is that why everything about this place radiates her feelings?
What do you think we are?
For a moment, I experienced not just the voice, but a powerful wave of emotions. They bombard me through my persona's senses. A strong sadness, confusion, despair. I can't help but fall to my knees, though nothing is assaulting me directly. How can I describe this weight? One possible explanation crosses my mind.
She's not addressing anyone. These are her memories. I see. So that's what's going on.
Oh, Bree. So I ended up having to reschedule my consultation for Monday because of the fact that we had the Mardi Gras parade going on last night. And probably we had some tonight as well. I think back to what General Teddy said, that making people suffer is fun. I dismissed it as a barbaric. I can't talk. I am so sorry. I dismissed it as a barbaric desire not worth thinking about too deeply. But in truth, what kind of horrors would someone have to go through to emerge with such a stunted perspective?
Finally beginning to see the relationship between this tournament and Labrys.
In any case, I must proceed on to learn anything. I redouble my resolve and begin walking again. The monitor suddenly turns on, showing a smirking General Teddy.
What are you getting so sentimental for? The Grand Prix's not over yet!
Then you intend to continue this meaningless farce.
I'll decide what's meaningless or not! Bring out the next challenger!
Oh lord, who is it this time? As soon as the general shouts, smoke gushes out, obstructing my view. It seems he isn't willing to listen to reason at all. Not that I expected otherwise. Who will I be forced to fight this time? I strained my eyes to see through the smoke. It looks like it's...
You?
I remember that face. Naoto Shirogane. He was present as a police observer when Labrys was being transported to Yakushima. You mean she? It was thanks to his quick thinking that we discovered Labrys had been taken to Inaba. If our trip hadn't been disrupted by the hijacking, he probably would have been with us in Yakushima. But why is he here?
Is this a problem? I didn't think we'd run into each other so soon. Is this another illusion? No. I can see that it isn't. Why are you here?
I'll answer that question later. It would be best to say as little as possible for now.
With that, the young man lifts a finger to his lips in a gesture to remain quiet. Directly afterwards, that staticky sensation runs through my body. It's then that I understand what he meant. Once again, this noise will prevent us from understanding each other properly. He's probably also noticed the effect at work. Nothing we say right now could be called conversing. If we both understand that, neither of us need to take what the other says personally. That's why he called for us for a temporary silence. It's an amazing assessment given the brief time in which he had to make it. Before long, as expected, the young man before me undergoes a complete attitude reversal.
Seriously, such impatience handling the grunt work yourself like this. Isn't micromanaging like this the style of an incompetent leader? One who can't see the bigger picture?
This isn't how he truly feels. I say
The
nothing.
silent treatment, huh? That's fine. I understand perfectly. You don't believe in people. Not a single one. You have friends and allies, but believing in them is a different thing. I suspect you'll never break down that wall. Shall I say it for you? You're actually scared to. The notion of growing attached to something and losing it scares you so much that you'll share nothing truly important to you. Even if you want to believe in your friends, you can't.
That's not true.
After the words slipped from my mouth, I realized that the argument is
Of course
futile.
it is. Why not simply admit it? In truth, you have your hands full just expiating your family's sins. You don't need the added burden of others placing their lives in your hands. Isn't that how you really feel?
No.
The young man smirks, as if ridiculing my inability to stop myself from responding to his allegations, despite knowing the futility of doing so. But the smirk only helps me regain my composure. The real Shirogane would never make that face. This is only an illusion.
There's no use continuing this. Not until I eliminate this irritating mirage.
Bookmark time. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, there's still more stories to do even after finishing the Persona 4 Arena story mode. We still have so much to go through. I will not finish Persona 4 Arena Ultimax within a week. Well, depending on whether I'm working or not, but like still. I am button mashing my I promise you, I'm button mashing. Oh my god. Naoto was somehow easier to fight than the others. I turned towards the monitor on the assumption that General Chetty will appear to mock us. But for some reason this time he didn't. I'm not sure why, but it at least allows us time to calmly talk things over. I looked towards the young man once again.
Getting through to you now?
Yes. The same goes for me, I presume. It seems we were spellbound until the fight began, as we both suspected. They disrupted our communications to drive a wedge between us and make us fight. Though it's a mystery to me as to where it draws such personal slights for the illusions before us.
I agree.
He seems to bear no animosity and is willing to discuss things, but to be honest, I'm not sure where we stand. Why is he here? I can think of several possible explanations, but if he secretly followed us in, his canniness may prove dangerous. He gives me a sudden wry smile as if sensing my reluctance and trying to massage it?
No need to be cagey. I don't intend to dodge whatever questions you have. You were probably wondering 3 things when you saw me here. First, how did I enter this world? Second, what am I doing in Inaba? And third, if I came here looking for you, what are my true intentions?
Hit the nail on the head, babe.
No wonder you've made a name for yourself as a detective. You're correct on all counts.
The first answer is easy. You know now that I can use a persona, allowing me access to the TV world. As for the second, there's no great mystery why I would come to Inaba. I live here.
You wouldn't happen to be acquainted with Amagi and Hanamura?
You've met my senpai?
Your friends. I gather that you're comrades who fought alongside each other during the serial murder case last year. I assume you entered the TV together for the same reason they did. and found yourself dragged into this mess as well.
Whatever doubts I may have about them, it seems they're here because we dragged him into this. I'm not very comfortable with that.
If so, I must apologize to you. No doubt you already know, but the object we seek has been brought to this world. It's most likely the cause of this disturbance. Whoever learned of this world's existence must have thought it would be useful in whatever they're scheming.
You apologizing to me?
Shirogane shrugs with a wry
You're
smile.
so sure you can trust me. You have no guarantee that I'm telling the truth. And there's still the answer to your third question to consider. I haven't yet told you my true motives.
Fair enough. But if you're friends with Amagi and Hanamura, I feel I can trust you. Their bonds with their friends are real.
Perhaps I lied about that too.
But then why would you bring it up? No, you're no villain. That's what my intuition tells me.
You aren't at all the person I thought you'd be.
I'll take that as a compliment.
His smile suggests that it was meant as one. It makes him look his age or even younger. I can't help but smile as well. He's not exactly the hardened detective I'd imagine him to be
Teddy
either.
who appeared on that monitor is not our friend. He's an imposter.
You have proof of this?
I found the real Teddy. Our enemy can fog both our eyes and ears. It's possible they can make themselves look like someone else.
I see.
But I still don't know why they chose to take on Teddy's appearance.
Oh, really? Okay. Upon hearing this, I sigh and close my eyes.
It might be to make you all suffer. If they led you to believe your friend betrayed you, it would make this all the more painful.
There's some truth to that, but it seems too simple a motive to warrant this elaborate of a disturbance.
He's wrong. If the motive is somehow connected to Labrys's memories, what had been incomprehensible becomes completely understandable. My conclusion must have shown through my face, since Shirogane trails off in understanding. At that moment came something like a touch. It's a sensation I hadn't felt since entering this world, but I know this feeling. It's the effect of being brushed by a persona's informational support
This
powers.
feeling. Rise-san! Rise-san, can you hear me?
Otakun? So you ended up here too?
The voice that echoes is much like the voice I heard over the PA system, but it seems quite different. The announcements must have been part of the culprit's tricks. This Rise's voice immediately turns quavery.
So glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
It's all right. Just calm down and tell me where you are.
I think it's the announcement room. It's kind of off though. There are these invisible walls around and I can't get out.
I will say I love how, and I'm also really sorry to anyone that has listened to the voices of, or listened to Yukari's new voice, because it was completely unintentional that I made the comparison. I'm so sorry.
The fake Teddy was watching me until a moment ago, so I couldn't use my persona.
She seems to have been.
I'm still in this.
Joel Data continued being a phantasm, sub and run. Almost 2 years day young. Have a great stream, Nui.
Listen, okay, hi, Joel. Isn't it midnight? It is literally midnight for you, sir. Or, well, midnight for me. So it's like, what, 10 for you? 1 in the morning for you? I don't know. But either way, get yourself to sleep. It was one of the two. But you better be getting your rest, damn it. You know what? 1v1 me right now. 1v1 me right now, scrub. She seems to have been under the general's close watch, limiting her chances to use her persona until now. We shall duel eventually. You know what, Jolt? Quack. That's all I'm going to say to you is just quack. But goddamn, it's been 2 years. Oh my god, almost 2 years. Fuck, it has really been 2 years because my birthday is next month. As soon as the general stepped out for a moment, she seized the opportunity to contact Shirogane.
You're in the announcement room now, yes? I'm headed straight there, so stay put.
Jolt, I swear.
Huh? Who's that? Why can I hear your voice but not sense you?
Quack! She sounds extremely confused. I had temporarily forgotten that my equipment prevents me from being detected by persona abilities to an extent. I prepared it after facing an enemy with similar powers once before. Quack, 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 quack. And you can't do anything to me. Haha. It works by making my presence difficult to detect unless they know me well and recognize my signature. I love you too, Jolt. I swear to God. I swear to God. Don't you dare, Jolt. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do what I'm thinking you're about to do. Don't you dare. Shirogane senses her confusion as well and introduces me to her. You don't even know what I'm talking about. His introduction is accurate yet concise.
Joel Tater turned 5 shades into phantasms.
He dared. He really dared.
Oh my gosh!
He really dared. He really dared. He knew what I was talking about and he dared. He did the dare. He dared the dare that was dared. I got David Jolt, but thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Matt, hello, welcome in. I remember seeing you before. How have you been? Now, don't take your ass to bed, please. Respectfully. But thank you for the bits as well as the sub. Oh, sorry if that was loud, but I know you can like continue a sub. I believe you can. Oh my god, Jill, please, Jill, please. I love you, buddy, bestie. Please get sleep. I technically am allowed to not go to sleep, mostly because I actually am off for the next 2 days. Because our assistant manager is back, so my manager and I finally get our days off.
Mitsuru Kirijo. Wait, Kirijo? Are you that Kirijo?
Night, Jolt. Get good rest, please. I am begging. I'm pleading. Miran is also pleading.
Yes, that's correct.
The CEO?
Not quite. I am the founding family's...
You hired me for a commercial before. Oh, good. Thank you very much for your patronage.
A commercial?
Oh, yes. I'm Fujikawa! I'm a classmate of the others you met, but I'm also kind of a starlet, and it's hard to explain.
Also, for anyone else who's still here, can I just point something really funny out? Because of the fact that it's like Persona 3 and Persona 4 like kind of coinciding with each other. Considering literally you like, because with Persona 3, you kind of hear about the previous Persona users, but with but you also get a little bit of Persona 4 characters in Persona 3. Rise being one of them, because literally through the entire story, because of one of the full moon operations, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I'm not going to go into detail until we go into actually playing Persona 3. But if you play Persona 3 Portable, Minako's route, you meet Yukiko. So like, you meet two of the girlies before Persona 4 actually started their events.
Rise-san, that can wait. There's no knowing when our adversary will return.
Oh, all right.
Fujikawa said that she was captured, but why would they treat her differently?
Also, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I'm only going to say it like very briefly just in case Atlas somehow snipes me. Knock on wood. But because everybody knows that I am a huge sucker for anything Persona and all things spooky, but I saw, because of Google loving to give me anything Persona related, I saw that there is a rumor of 2 Persona games getting remakes. More so a rumor about it. I'm not going to go into detail. I just wanted to point that out. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you want to know about it, please look it up on your own, your own volition. But I don't want to like go into full detail just in case Atlas somehow spots my stream and snipes me. But also, if Atlas does see my streams, please sponsor me because I love you guys. I love Persona.
I suspect it was to block communication. If we could speak freely as we just did, their whole scheme would collapse. Ah, so that's why Teddy and Rise-san were the hosts.
What do you mean?
The real Teddy has a similar power.
I
That's
was
why
trying
those
for a
two were
bit,
taken
so I
separately.
just saw, but thank you. Yeah, I enjoy your emotes, you guys. I cannot talk today. I'm so sorry. I've been working since the 23rd and I finally get days off.
Not only that, but by acting as the two who had disappeared, the enemy thought it could portray them as traitors. Though it appears that Teddy managed to escape on his own somehow.
I still have nothing to say on the fact that Jolt really just threw 5 subs at me. 6 counting his goddamn self. But thank you again, Jolt. I know you left already, but thank you again. I appreciate you literally continuing your sub for almost 2 years. And it's really hitting me that it has been almost 2 years since I actually started streaming. Because Jolt is quite literally one of my founding subs. I'm not trying to get emotional. It's just really hitting me all at once that like it's really been 2 years since I started streaming. I don't think I came a long way, but I feel like I've at least made some kind of growth.
How come I'm the only one fake Teddy is watching over personally? Sheesh.
You have the most powerful investigative persona. They must have had to take greater pains with you.
I think we're keeping this going too long. We've exchanged what we know already, so I'm gonna shut down the comms link. Be careful, you guys.
I face Shirogane once again.
We are responsible for this case. Rescuing the ones who've been dragged into it is part of our mission. Besides, she's another of your friends, isn't she? All the more reason for me to go save her.
I'm like, not to get like emotional, but it's just I really am appreciative of the community that like I wouldn't say I've created, I've kind of just gotten to know. Because honestly, most of my community is basically literally my friends. And then their own communities joining in. So honestly, I'm kind of just really appreciative that I have the friends that I have. He makes a small gesture as if searching for the right words. After taking some time to make up his mind, he looks me in the eye once
You're
more.
quite prepared for this. It would be unfair of me not to tell you everything. Please hear me out. The reason I came here was to...
You're a real straight arrow.
I cut him off
You're
intentionally.
very proud to be a detective, no? I can see it in your eyes. You would never sell out your beloved justice. If you've done nothing to be ashamed of, that makes us even. I haven't been entirely forthright with you either.
Kirijo-san. It seems I still have much to learn.
Despite what I said, I can make an educated guess as to his motives. He's a persona user. That means the police selected their observer as someone with the potential. If his only task was to watch over the transfer, there'd be no need to send a persona user, leading me to believe that he's been asked to secretly spy on me or my organization. But we have nothing to hide anymore. There are many things that shouldn't be made public, but I'm sure his judgment is
Well
sound.
then, I will once again entrust my friend's safety and the resolution of this case to you. In honor of the bond we are forming, Mitsuru Kirijo.
I promise that I will not let you down.
I smile back at him and move on without looking back. I know that there is someone up ahead to whom I owe recompense. There's no hesitation in my steps. Bookmark? No bookmark. But yeah, no, I really am grateful that every time I go to say this, I feel like I'm getting emotional about it. But like at the end of the day, I'm very appreciative of everyone that stops by, even if you don't actually like speak. And I'm not like trying to call out the lurkers. It's just like I'm grateful to everyone that stops by, even if it's for like a few minutes or like a few seconds. It's really okay. I appreciate the company nonetheless. Because honestly, I don't feel like I talk enough whenever I do stream. So it's like I just try to find something to point out because I know that's something that I'm supposed to do. You know, I'm as a streamer, I'm supposed to find something, a topic to like talk about that keeps the viewers interested. But I feel like you guys are interested enough just from my cozy vibes and my my pretty, I say pretty, but like my really unhinged conversations sometimes. I feel like that enough just keeps you guys sticking by. I reached the 3rd floor. After turning a corner and going on for a while, it finally comes into view. The announcement room. This is where Kujikawa is supposed to be.
Are you Kirijo-san? Kirijo?
As I open the door, 2 students greet me. One of them is the voice I heard through my persona, Kujikawa, I presume. The other is a girl I didn't see on the video.
Hang tight, Miss President. We'll be okay now that help's arrived. Kirijo-san, this girl got dragged into this mess too. We have to help her before that general comes back.
So you're Kujikawa. Sorry, but I'll need you to step back.
Also, I do want to point out one thing I find really funny when it comes to the Persona 4 Arena story mode. Everybody is running to the announcement room, but technically only one person is running to the announcement room because of the different, like, you know, the different sides of basically the same story.
Huh?
I turn to face Miss President.
We meet at last. Astounding. You really do look human. But you're not, are you, Labrys?
The girl jumps at hearing this. Fujikawa still looks unsure, but I can't drag her into this. I place myself between her and Labrys.
Huh? What do you mean she's not human? Isn't she a victim who got dropped inside the TV?
Labrys being a victim is one way to see it. But what if I've learned thus far is accurate, then the one who set up this Grand Prix is most likely...
Labrys, our records show that you were loaded with special equipment. Undoubtedly a function that affects thoughts and scrambles recognition. That's why we saw and heard illusions whenever we fought. It would also explain General Teddy's appearance, and those who met you believing you to be human.
Special equipment? Labrys? What are you talking about?
I think this is the furthest anyone has gotten into knowing Labrys. But then again, this is Mitsuru we're talking about. She is really smart, considering you have to have your smarts, your academics at max to be able to even start your social link with her in Persona 3. Whether you're the guy or the girl, you have to have your smart at max. If not the level before, just before max. But either way, you gotta be really fucking smart to talk to her. And it's not me trying to be shitty. That's literally how they made it. Yes, thank you, Spika. Thank you. Literally, like maybe if I was a cheat, like literally, it's that. Like, you know, certain characters, it's like, oh, maybe if my compassion was like higher, or you know, whatever, that, like, you know, if this specific thing was at this specific level. Mitsuru is one of those like social links. You have to have it at a specific rank for it to be effective. Labrys' protests of ignorance sound as if she's in denial about something she already knows. It's tragic hearing the desperation in her voice.
I'm sure the reason why you captured 2 people with analytical personas wasn't just to keep them from interfering with your designs. I came to a realization when I noticed I was the only one who sensed that noise. An analytical persona's searches clash with your ability. They dispel illusions, so you needed to confine them. You feared that if they caught you off guard and used their persona's ability, this would happen.
I just think that text line is so funny. Like, she won't talk to you unless you're a genius. Better start studying. No, for real. And I think, and I could be wrong, I think genius is the max level for the academics. With that, I summon my persona, Artemisia. Just as I expected, noise immediately runs across Labrys' body. It's exactly the sensation I felt each round in the tournament. Artemisia cancels out the force scrambling our senses, and the illusion begins to wear off. Little by little, the facade fades away, and her true appearance emerges.
No! What's going on? This can't be.
What was your motive, Labrys? Was it revenge in the end? I can understand why you'd hold a grudge. I caught glimpses of it on my way here. But your hatred should be centered on the Kirijo group. Why drag innocent students into your vendetta?
Kirijo group? No. I don't want to remember. Never again. Miss President, Kirijo-san, she seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but you can't push her any further.
And I will also say, I do find it funny how, because, you know, with Persona 3, you don't fight shadow versions of yourself, but with Persona 4, you do, but you also do in Persona 5, but with only certain people. At that moment, Labrys grabs the equipment on her back that I had mistaken for wings. It suddenly separates and transforms into a giant battle axe that's larger than she is.
Miss President?
Get back! Hurry!
Oh, I have to fight. Labrys approaches one step at a time, her axe at the ready. Her steps seem uncertain, but she's moving with battle clearly in
The
mind.
injunction against harming humans has been removed? I see. No wonder she was sealed away.
Behind me, I hear Kujikawa pleading.
Is there no other choice but to fight?
I won't let you do any more damage, Labrys. It's me you want.
Shut up! Shut up! I didn't like that!
Well, Well, here we go, battle time, I suppose. Now, mind you, if I was playing as Labrys, I would literally be button mashing because Labrys is a fucking powerhouse. Oh Lord, not the freeze. I'm still not over Chie's perspective. That shit was so funny.
I...
Labrys remains still. I can hear her muttered Niles. She didn't use a persona, but it's possible that her mental instability prevented her from doing so. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
I don't intend to turn a blind eye to the sins committed against you. That is why I must bring you back.
Labrys is the mastermind, not only of this tournament, but maybe of the entire incident. What if Labrys wasn't stolen, but instead escaped? Considering her powers, is it possible that she deluded the ordinary human hijackers? There's no knowing when Labrys regained her consciousness inside her cage. What if she hadn't awakened on opening it? What if she was already conscious inside there? She had been sealed for roughly 13 years, more than enough time to formulate a plan.
If that was indeed the case, it'd make more sense for this to be a plan devised by Labrys, rather than an unknown party suddenly stealing her away. I can't imagine how much resentment such a small, artificial body could hold. A tragic mastermind, huh?
Okay, I don't think she's the mastermind, you know, but...
Huh? Mastermind? You got it wrong, Kirijo-san! That girl's not...
Oh, the music just stopped so abruptly. What the fuck? Kuchikawa calls out from behind me, but just as she does, I feel an imminent threat rushing toward my back.
What?
I turn around in surprise. It can't be.
Looks like you've saved me some time while I was out running errands.
You're...
General Teddy gives an evil smirk. An extremely powerful version of the noise, far worse than before, is everywhere around us. Kuchikawa squats down while covering both her ears. It's all I can do to keep from falling to my own knees.
What's going on? This is Labrys' interference pattern.
Mm-hmm. That's right. As thanks for cornering the real one, I'll show you something.
Here we go. The same fucking... The noise lifts once the mimicry is dispelled, but what it reveals is something I hadn't expected.
Another Labrys?
There we go. We're finished with Mitsuru's. We are finished with Mitsuru's. No, for real. They literally use it so many fucking times. We have 3 more to go. We have 3 more to go.